welcome then to the inside of a Mercedes AMG CLS 53. Mercedes AMG 53 CLS. It's the new Mercedes CLS. Welcome inside it. It's a 53 because it's not a 43, which is a halfway house AMG, but it's not a 63, which is the full fat AMG. This is a 53. The significance of that is that this is not just a new CLS, this is a brand new Mercedes AMG powertrain. It introduces AMG to the world of hybrids, or it introduces hybrids to the world of AMG. And that's the most significant thing, this new car aside. We'll come to the new car in a minute. Let's deal with this new powertrain first, because it's really complicated. Tobias Moers, the boss of AMG, loves a V8, right? Proper V8 bloke, proper car bloke. You'd like him, I'd like him. It's good fun. Not all cars can have a V8, not all AMGs can have a V8 because they're thirsty, they're loud, they're so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. The world's got to get a bit greener, hasn't it, I suppose? So anyway, they've produced these sort of halfway house AMG models. The 43, which is a 3-litre inline 6 with a bit more poke than usual. This new 53 model is moved on from that a bit. Again, it has a 3-litre inline 6-cylinder engine, petrol engine, which is very smooth because inline 6-cylinder engines are naturally perfectly balanced. But on top of that, it has 1, twin-scroll turbocharger, 2, an electric compressor, electric turbo if you want to call it that, electric supercharger if you want to give it that name. That's primarily there to fill the torque gap in the turbo lag from the turbocharger. But then also on top of that, it also has what they call EQ boost. I don't know why I'm pointing to the back. It's actually in between the engine and the gearbox. The EQ is a starter motor / alternator. It adds another 20 odd horsepower to the engine's 425 or so. But it also adds something like 120 pounds-foot of torque, which is a lot. Anyway, all of those three things combined, and it's really complicated this, right? Because the air goes in, it goes around, it goes through the turbocharger, but then it can get sucked down by the electric compressor before it's even gone through the normal thing, and then it comes back, and it's complicated, all right? Some companies you would trust to get that right. I think Mercedes is probably one of them. By the time it's gone through all of that, it's gone through the boosty electric bit as well. It then drives through a 9-speed automatic gearbox, primarily to the rear wheels, and it goes to the front wheels when they lose grip. Got it? I'm still not entirely sure I've got it, but anyway, what that means is this is an AMG, but it's not the fire-breathing V8 AMG of this new CLS, which is, as you'll know, the third generation. Can't believe we're on the third generation of this car already. It's the E-Class based, so it's a big saloon, but it's a more coupe-ish E-Class, if you like. So I've still got 4 doors. They are frameless, and it's got a very swoopy roofline. It's got a lower roofline in the back, so it's not as spacious inside, and it's got a smaller boot. Not as spacious inside as an E-Class, but it's about the same size. It's just cooler, more stylish. Now, in previous times, there's been a proper V8 AMG version of it. You won't get one this time because AMG is also introducing its own standalone 4-door model called the GT4, which is based on, rather than being based on the aluminium architecture that sits underneath the GT, the GT4, despite still being called GT, will have Mercedes' large car platform, which this is on, the E-Class is on, S-Class is also on. So anyway, that will be the big 4-door GT coupe-ish thing. Then there's the E-Class, which retains its 63 V8. Then there is the CLS, which now, the most AMG-ish one, is this. Got that? I'm still not sure I've got that, but we'll get there. What's it like? Well, inside, it's really lovely, actually. I really like this. It's made out of really beautifully constructed materials. It feels a grade above executive car, pushing towards luxury car stuff. As I suppose it might, because this, they haven't announced a price for it yet, but it's got to be 65, 70 grand, I should think. But what I really like, these beautiful little air vents that look like sort of turbine blades, and they're backed. They've got this little LED in the middle which shines out, and then in low light conditions it just reflects and glints off them. Really, really thoughtful, nicely done. You can get 3 different types of suspension on CLS in general, not necessarily 53 AMG in particular, but you can get standard steel springs, then there's adaptive damp steel springs, and then there are air springs, which this has got. So it rides very well, really controlled, really neatly. Doesn't really suffer the sort of sproing that some air-sprung cars do. Rode that bump there really nicely. The steering is nice too. It's direct, it's accurate. It's not loads of feel and feedback. There never is in a big executive car. This is a large car, don't forget. Just on this nice stretch of road, turns with nice agility, and it's got just enough, I think, character. It's not a kind of full AMG, if you want to consider it like that, but it is a pleasing car to drive. Now, what I have not noticed so far is that it sounds particularly AMG-ish. So let's put the gearbox through into manual. Oh, there was a little rap there. It's quiet, it's refined, it's really smooth. It's a 6, of course it is. It's also turbocharged, so that does dampen the noise of things sometimes. It's not a snarly V8 like AMG's 4-litre twin turbo. So this is not then the full-fat AMG experience. And you're not going to get that in a CLS, which I think maybe is a bit of a shame, but we'll see how the GT4 works out. See how expensive the GT4 is too. Meantime, they have expanded what AMG means so that it no longer means just anger, fire-breathing V80 oomph. It also now means this smooth, semi-sporting, sophisticated feel. Does that undermine the AMG brand? I don't think it does, actually. I think it just about does enough, this car, to go, yeah, I'm quite good fun, you're quite like me, I've got a bit of a sporting edge, but actually quite easy to live with day to day as well. I've got quite a lot of time for that.